Log Church. This is our last week in the Sermon on the Mount. It has been such a great journey, and I hope that you've learned so much about Jesus and his teaching and what it looks like to be kingdom citizens. And what we do here with this last passage is kind of interesting. Jesus kind of finishes it up, and then he says, all right, so what are you going to do about it? He kind of gives us these, here are the words that I just said to you. What are you going to do? And if we recall, here's what he's invited us into. He started off the whole thing with, hey, we have access into the kingdom of God no matter where you are, no matter what you've gone through, that you have access. You have the ability to be a part of the kingdom of God, which is this beautiful picture that we see at the very beginning. And then he goes on and he says, hey, this is what it looks like to experience freedom, that you can have freedom from anger and freedom from lust and freedom from speaking untruths and love and all of these kinds of things. And then he continues on and he says, God, he's near to you and he hears you and he wants you to speak with him. He talks about prayer and trusting him. And then he continues on with this beautiful picture of what does it look like to align our hearts with God's? What does it look like to, when we have worry in our life, to trust, when we have greed in our life, to give, when we have struggles in our life, to give our life to Jesus and give over some things that maybe are holding on to our hearts by fasting. It's this beautiful picture of when we are a part of this kingdom, that we are different. We can tap into a different kind of strength. And then he looked at what we thought about last week, is this real love, that we can really love people. We don't have to worry about judging people. We don't have to worry about what's happening to them, that we can treat people the way that we want to be treated because we can trust that God will answer all of our prayers and he'll give us more than we need. And he ends today with this call to action. What are you going to do about all of these things? What are you going to build your house on the rock, on the word of the Lord? And what he's calling us to do? Are you going to follow him, or are you going to hear the words that he said and just continue to live your life that however you've been living? And I want to ask you the same thing. Like, God has challenged every single one of us, no matter where you are on the timeline of faith. He's challenged every one of us to live differently than what we have been. So what are you going to do about it? Are you going to be a person who hears the words of Jesus and sees what it looks like to live a free life and then goes and does your own thing? Or are you going to lean into the things that Jesus has been calling you to do? And so my question, our call to action for us would be, what one thing from the Sermon on the Mount do you want to apply to your life? Do you want to begin to set up these rhythms so that you can begin to live this kind of life? And don't wait until New Year's to make a resolution. Let's do it today. Let's do it right now. How are we going to live differently? I hope you've enjoyed the Sermon on the Mount. I love these 3 chapters in Matthew. It's so good. And I can't wait to see what God is going to do in 2021 in our small groups. Just a really few things that I want you to know about that's coming up. This Sunday, the 20th, we have a golf cart parade. If you want to participate in the carols and all that kind of stuff at the end of it, we would absolutely love it. We have the privilege to be able to be leading the whole community in some music at the end of the golf cart parade. And so that's Sunday. I think the music are going to start around 5:30, 6 o'clock. Talk to your small group leaders, let them know that you're interested, and then we can get you sorted out with how to get involved with that. And then don't forget about Christmas Eve. Invite your friends, family, your neighbors. It's going to be a great evening at the Lagoon. 6 o'clock at the clubhouse. It will be outside, and God is going to do some amazing things, and I cannot wait to see what he's going to do. See you guys. Bye.